Can't get it off. You can't get it off.
This is what happens. Now that can't do
Nice spot. They bounce sideways.
Yeah, it looks like it's bad. I see you're breaking them. Not very quiet.
Hi everybody, just here at Pearse Street, or in the Pearse Street area. The so-called refugees welcome protester people, the migrant squad facilitators are here. They've just kind of left the laneway, the squad where they were. They were making the guards are trying to escort them out of the area, and they've been met by locals, unhappy locals, I think, who want to have a conversation with them before they go home. So the night is coming along now. It's kind of getting dark. It's been going on for a good while. Locals are really pissed off about it all. So anyway, yeah, I'll just shut up and let you watch here, but feel free to share on Telegram, Twitter and all that. Philip Dwyer's already live. I respect his streams. I just said I'd go live as well, just in case his battery dies, and just have a second angle. So here you go.
Get up, Pearse! Get up! I'm singing that fucking Mongo song. What are you doing with me? And you're not doing Oh yeah!
I just wanted to tell you.
Here's John Parker.
We got some motorcyclists popping around here. Interesting. Yeah. They could be anyone, I don't know. Just showing you. Okay, it looks like the pro-plantation demonstrators might be making their way off now. I'm not too sure. Look at these scumbags being with their palace guards. Look at this. Look, this is who these people are. You should be ashamed of yourself, pal, yeah? You're lucky you have the guard.
Fuck off! Get them onto the fucking road! Get them out!
Don't watch your ears coming out. It's a traitor! Go on the fucking road! Get that past this. The fucking road!
On the fucking road here. They're on the fucking road. This is very dirty.
Sorry, here. Come out here.
I'm fine, guys.
Sorry, I know you're
I'm fine.
You can't keep hands yourself.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You keep your hands yourself.
Was it mind your own business you said to me earlier? Do you remember your words? Mind your own business. Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. I don't know where you are.
Let's pick it up for me now, you brave cunt.
How long did it take you just to block for 5 man?
How long did it take
It was about to be made harmless. And you were attacking someone that's about to be made
You're the one to get a gang to come to my house. You're plastered on me all over social media. You're plastered on me all over social media. You get a
Come on, we smashed up!
Grab his camera. Grab his camera. Yes, I did. Here's what.
Look at
You
these.
think this is over?
Look at these
You
scumbags.
think this is over?
Look at these scumbags. Look at these scumbags. Scum. You absolute scum. You've your guards. Yeah, you've your pals protected you. Yeah. Okay. I'm not touching. I'm having a conversation.
Don't be touching him.
I'm having a conversation. I'm having a conversation. I'm having a conversation.
All right. Yeah.
No, but you don't need to manhandle me. I'm having a conversation. Yeah.
No, he doesn't want to have a conversation.
He doesn't. Wait. This community don't want a plantation set up in their backyard. Yeah. But these guys get to do it with impunity. How many in there have you arrested in the squat? You didn't. With this prick here. Yeah, you're delighted with your palace guards with you. Huh?
We'll see you again.
Where will you see me? Where will you see me? See me now. See me now. He said he'd see me again. See me now, bud. See me now. See me now. You see me now, don't you? Yeah.
That's all, hard man in the glutes. Joint bag on your own. I'm asking you to walk up the lane, me and you on your own. I think I'm going to do so. I don't need anyone backup man like you do. Anytime. I'm not hard to find on the internet. Any fucking. Screw! Taking the lane, mate. That's all right.
I'm not going to touch him. Yeah.
one here to stop.
Look at you scumbag. Well, Ferg, what's the crack? How are you getting on?
There's an fella back at 3 hours.
I thought I was.
Jeez, I put him out there, they were following you. They put a tweet out there this morning. That's some fucking scratch, mate. Fucking murder with the fucking pussy! Represent your flag, you fucking scumbags! Fucking animals! Train station is right. You follow it all the way to the refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
So yeah, basically the residents of Pearse Street are escorting. It's a lot of shouting. Sorry. They're escorting. The Gardaí and the Pearse Street residents are escorting the pro-plantation demonstrators out. You saw there I had a peaceful conversation with some of them. They got a bit heated. The guards came in and kind of shouldered me around a little bit just because I was trying to talk to one of them. Got a little bit heated. But yeah, one of the guys, I don't know his name, he's one of the leaders. He said he'd, what did he say to me? He said he'd see me again or see me next time. An implied threat, obviously. But I don't think, you know, you could kind of see the cowardice in his eyes in that little interaction, which is basically true for all of them. They are all abject cowards, all of them. Scumbags. Go on, kid. Well done. Go on.
Fuck Antifa! Antifa scumbags!
Yeah.
Antifa scumbags!
So yeah, I advocate for peaceful political stuff, even at these contentious, heated events. I don't advocate violence. I don't look for violence or hope that it happens to anybody on either side. I hope it doesn't, and I don't think it even achieves anything really much at the end of the day. But at the same time, insofar as anything did kick off or could kick off, like it did yesterday with the Kurdish guy, he started it obviously, but they're effectively creating a powder keg. The state are, and the state's agents, these so-called Antifas and all of that, they are creating a volatile situation. And again, I condemn any illegality or violence. I don't think it gets us anywhere anyway, or gets anyone anywhere, we'll say. But insofar as there are flare-ups, such as yesterday, that was instigated by that Kurdish terrorist, regardless. But insofar as those happen, it's the state is at fault, it's the guards are at fault, you know, we're past the point of so-called civil society now. The norms, and I'm not, again, I don't advocate for anything illegal, but what I am saying is that the norms of what's the crack? I'm streaming, yeah, but
Gang fucking business.
that's a kid.
Gang fucking business.
Like the norms of a so-called liberal democracy, the norms of a normal society, the push, the give and take of respect for communities and respect for norms and for the pace of change and for the right to a stake in how the society is run and how your local areas run. All of that has been completely trashed, and I think they're intentionally trying to create volatile situations such as this. It's just a pity because, you know, they then want to turn around and say working class communities are easily sort of aggressive or any of that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, you have posh boys, rich boys and girls, people in Trinity, people with parents that are multimillionaires who are here trying to set up migrant squats, plantations. Me? Well, all right, we got a random angry girl here, you know, sorry. Yeah, it's that's what happens. I mean, you put migrant plantations into a place, you're going to create this kind of issue. I don't know. I think there's an aspect of it is intentional. They're trying to create shit. They're trying to all right. They're trying to demoralize these communities. Also, these inner city areas, these Irish people, intergenerational people living in flats and stuff, are they're sitting on valuable property. I think the state want them out, to be honest, in the long run, over the course of 40, 50 years. They want them out, and they want to build commercial global properties and stuff on it. And part of that is setting up these migrant squats and kind of, breaking the whole thing up, and breaking up a community effectively. That's what you're trying to do. So that's just my view anyway.
Fucking dirty Peters.
And he welcome in your house, all them refugees, and he welcome in you the house. Fuck off, absolutely, and talk these cunts. Don't come back inside of the city. He's damn fucking welcome. He's damn welcome. He's not even from hell. That's what's fucking disgusting. Even fucking
taking that off.
Yeah, and I was just saying to one of those pro-plantation protesters earlier, or demonstrators, whatever they are, those Antifa knob jockeys, basically. I said to one of them, one of the guys with the beard, right? I said to him earlier, I said, you're lucky you have the guards. And what I mean by that is that in an organic situation, this stuff wouldn't be tolerated, you know? Like, you know, you can't just like, and the other thing too is that everybody's lucky they have the guards, of course, right? The protection of the state, guardians of the peace and all that. I don't mean that in a threatening way at all. What I mean is that these guys get to break the law willy-nilly, setting up these migrant squats and all of that, right? They do what they want. Even there was a protest years ago, a free speech protest, for example, where one of these Antifa swung a tripod at a guard's head, hit him in the head. Now, he never got brought up. I think he might have been arrested and briefly charged, no big deal. This always happens. What I'm saying, when I say to the guy, they're lucky that they have the guards, is that they're lucky they have the guards as their own personal police force, effectively. So they set up they're free for like a week to set up a migrant squat in a local community full of children with unvetted, unknown people. And they're free to do that and not be criminally charged. But of course, when the community naturally, understandably reacted unfavorably to that, of course the guards are there like the US Marines suddenly in a massive line, ready to crack down on anyone who lays a finger on any of these poor people, right? So-called. So that's your anarcho-tyranny, a two-coded kind of legal system. And of course the media is the same way. A couple of years ago, one of these Antifa, the guards they're now protecting, battered a guard with a tripod. Like I say, again, the guards will never stand up for that guard. He's just another victim, because it's the right side was violent against them. So again, it's just they've been weaponized into this partisan police force. Drew Harris, you know, is monitoring people who have broken no law whatsoever just for being political activists. So-called agitators is what the papers call them. And yeah, the guards, who don't, you know, they're treated pretty badly, the average guard, by the force. They're not protected. They're not protected. They can be brought up for, supposedly, a few days ago, we saw that a guard is facing charges or reprimand for the death of a few guys on a motorway who were doing a high-speed chase. Of course, the guard only did his job, but he's going to get dragged over the coals. You know, so the guards themselves are suffering from it. You know, no one has their back. They have your back if you're gay, diverse, blah, 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 if you're in all that. But if you actually do your job, if you're a guard who actually protects innocent people from bad people, you're probably going to get sacked, right? So, but if they're here protecting Antifa, then of course they get a, you know, gold star. It's just sad what they've turned into. Also, like, I'll just tell you a little story from earlier. I went up to one of the guards. He was kind of wandering around the place, shouldering people as he was walking, and I asked him why they didn't arrest and disassemble this squat, this illegal encampment, or whatever you want to call it. And he just told me, he said, mind your own business. Now, so that's not, when I grew up, there was at least a pretense of manners, courtesy towards people who would come up and ask you a question. He openly told me, mind your own business, complete contempt. So there's no, like, there's no manner anymore. There's no respect. Like, at no point, like, in theory, the guards could go up to the airport and say, listen, there's illegal migration coming into the country. Our job is to stop law breaking. There's law breaking on and we're going to do it. But of course they wouldn't do that, even though it is illegal in many cases. They wouldn't do it because they don't react to just plain old law breaking in a blind fashion. They react to where they're politically sent, you know. So, you know, certain laws being broken matter enormously. Other laws will turn a blind eye. The country literally being invaded against the will of the people, and it's illegal, black and white illegal. The guards are blind, mute. So it's anarcho-tyranny in the truest kind of form. It's like anarcho-tyranny is an idea, but what's happening now is that idea come to life. in Ireland. And it's nakedly illegitimate. You know, nobody in this country supports it. You see it in the reply sections of internet articles. All they have now is force, power, and money. They have no legitimacy.
Look at him hiding there in the crowd. Look, the navy bag and the blue mask. He organised everything. Antifa scumbag. Show your face.
Sorry.
You need to do some research on globalism. You have your heads up your hole.
Very quiet, honey.
You want to hear?
Keep going, buddy. We have our eyes on you.
Have a video.
But yeah, you know, as regards to guards, in fairness, you know, probably the truth has always been whoever pays the wages calls the shots, and that's that. So, simple as, like it is with most things. Like I saw, there was like 3 or 4 squad cars around a church in the middle of COVID, stopping old ladies from going to mass. Right? Whatever happened to liberal democracy, freedom of religion, separation of church and state? But no. Oh yeah, no worries. But of course, the guards were there to enforce that rule. There was no element of questioning that for being unreasonable, for being totalitarian. No, just do it. Just shut up and do it. So that's how it is always, isn't it? Back to Trinity. Oh, they're back home. Oh my God, this is so funny. The hilarity of that. They're literally walking home. Oh my God, to Trinity College from a working class community, all the way back to their home, Trinity. That's hilarious. Imagine. So the guards had to babysit a bunch of rich assholes, effectively, who wanted to go in and set up a squat in a tight-knit community, and they get escorted by their babysitters, the guards, back to Trinity College. Unreal. Yeah, but do you want to get in as well, do you? Yeah. No. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. Do you want to stay there for 10 minutes? Stay there. Yeah. Very nice. Nice dude.
Oh, like a mother.
Are you from Pearse Street?
No, Clondalkin.
Clondalkin. Go on.
Order! Protection is every country's duty!
You're watching TV, you stupid little cunt. Keep rolling, guys. Keep rolling. I'm gonna fucking do it.
Alright folks, I don't know, yeah, I just wanted to come here tonight as a journalist and just show you what's going on effectively. Now, at one point I was having a conversation with a gentleman and he issued a thinly veiled threat, and I reacted in a
NGOs! Out! NGOs! Out!
I reacted in a more impassioned manner than I usually do as a journalist, but you know, that's fair enough. Look, I'm a grown man. If someone issues a thinly veiled threat to me, I'm going to sternly react to that. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. It's just a disgrace. I mean, this doesn't have, like, here's the thing, you say what you want about China or whatever, right? They don't have to do this shit. Ordinary people don't have to come out and fucking do this for their own community, if you know what I mean. Pardon my language. They're not being, planted like this. Surrounded by media, NGOs, surrounded in. They talk about the Chinese social credit system and all this. It's an absolute panopticon here, with the totalitarianism, and it's just ordinary people who live in flats down inside in town, have done for many generations, who kind of just want to be left alone. They're not really political.
Psychologically aware of
Well, I don't want to speak of them as a monolith, but for the most part, people just kind of want to be left alone to live their life, and this is being done, and it's not just in working class, inner city, community, all that shit. It's all over the country, It's small little villages and everything. What's this? Just a bit of argy-bargy there, no big deal, I think. Sorry. So.
I think I'll be in the GPO.
And again, these guys, these Antifa people, like I say, they're lucky they have the guards, because the guards let them break the law and protect them from any possible consequence. And even when... Sorry, just slightly distracted by the goings on. Yeah, that they're lucky they have the guards to ignore their law breaking. Because I'm not lucky to have the guards, because of course if I broke the law in any kind of way, especially at a political event or something to do with squats or any of this stuff, of course I would find myself in the jail pretty quick. So I'm not lucky to have the guards. They are lucky to have the guards, because the guards are, it seems, their personal police force, effectively. So that's what I mean by that. Okay, so there's a couple of people I want to go talk to. I don't want to be streaming while I'm doing it. Thanks everybody for tuning in and all of that stuff. Basically, I don't know, nothing else to say. Keep it real. See you next time I'm streaming. I'll keep up with this stuff as much as I can. Okay, good night. See ya.